afternoon. Yeah, just afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MCM Game Stage. There we go. Great start. We got an amazing session coming up with an amazing prize to give away. You've all got your raffle tickets, no doubt. But first, we're going to introduce Phil Ring and Arthur Parsons from TT Games to show off Lego Batman 3.
Oh, I'm working now. Right, brilliant. Okay, we're here. Good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to see you all. Thanks for turning up. Phil and I are going to show you some Lego Batman stuff. I believe as well, we've been told we've got to give this Lego Batman statue away. So have you all got a raffle ticket? You should have all got a ticket. Yeah? We weren't allowed to get one, unfortunately. We're a bit sad about that. So when we pull the number out, it might be a number that none of you have got, so I apologise in advance. Anyway, so you're all here to see Lego Batman 3, right? Yeah? And we're very excited to be here. We're very excited to be in London. We're very excited to be able to show you some new stuff and some stuff that you won't have seen yet, which is great. Has anyone been over to the stand, either at Game or on the Warner Brothers stand, and played the demo yet today? A few of you. Okay. So you'll all promise after this that you're going to go and play the demo, is that right, yeah? And if you didn't know, you can actually pre-order it today, either on our stand, the Warner Brothers stand, or at Game, and you actually get the Plastic Man minifig exclusive, if you didn't know that, which is awesomely cool. Anyway, what we'll start with, you know the game's out on the 14th of November. If you didn't know, a couple of nodding heads. Just quickly, because I can't really see, is anyone here from the TT Games dev staff? No, maybe they come into the panel afterwards. If you see them, there's a couple of people going round the show. Give them a big hug, because they worked very hard on this game. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to very, very briefly show you the TV advert that we haven't released yet. So we're going to pop that up on here. It gives you a bit of a flavour, and then we'll talk about the game.
Calling all Justice League members. We have a code red security breach.
Give up! We never get a break.
You sure took your time. The waiter took a while to bring the check.
So that's the TV advert, which is exciting. So it tells you the game's out in... What was it, Phil? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, not long at all. 18 days.
18 days. So it's very exciting. And the great thing as well is that we were supposed to get a holiday when we finished the game. But I don't know if you all know, but we've got DLC content for this game, which means that we don't get a holiday yet, unfortunately, because we've got to go and finish all of that. So, so unlucky us. And just a quick hello as well to everyone, all you lovely people here, but you also know that this is being beamed out across the internet to hordes of massive Lego fans, so a big hello to all of those guys. If you all turn to that camera, you can wave to all the people at home and give them a big hello. Hello everyone on the internet. So they're our friends, they talk to us all the time on Twitter and Instagram and every other way that they possibly can. So Lego Batman 3, quick question, who's played Lego Batman 1 or 2? That's brilliant, that's pretty much everybody. No hand up, Phil. Oh, there we go, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
And me too. Anyway, Lego Batman 3, just to bring you all up to speed in case you weren't aware, Lego Batman 3 sees us going to space. It's super exciting. We are going to go to places we've never been before with Lego Batman. We're going to bring you characters you've never seen before in the Lego Batman video game. We've got over 150 playable characters. We've got locations that we've never visited, planets out in space. We're going to be going to the Watchtower, the Hall of Doom, the Hall of Justice. We're going to go back in time to the 60s, to the Adam West TV show, and we're going to pay homage to that. And did you all know it's Batman's 75th anniversary this year? All of you DC Comics fans should know that, right? So there's a huge amount of extra cool, quirky content in there that celebrates that in this year, which is a very special year for Batman. Anyway, you're all curious about the gameplay. You've all come to see gameplay, first and foremost. So, do you all want to see a short bit of footage that we cut together of some of the open world, some of the planets? Yeah, okay. And it's also got a few of the characters in there. So what we're going to do is we'll run a VT of that, and then we're going to come back and show you a new level and some new characters.
Brainiac is heading for Gotham, Batman.
Right.
Mine. This one. Oh, this one.
Flash, you probably want to put those back.
Okay. Can I have your belt?
Where are all the poor people?
They're probably hiding inside. Afraid we're gonna stomp on them.
Oh, I love you guys.
Look, it's Brainiac.
It's a giant skull.
I cannot get away from them. This planet needs more paint and more crystal. I mean, is there a brightness setting on this thing? But I just...
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, just to point out, Phil and I are fully aware there will be a few of you that will have seen that footage before. There's hopefully a lot of you in here hadn't seen it before. Internet, we know that you've seen that before. Don't worry, there's new stuff coming. But what we wanted to do was just basically bring you all up to speed and show you what myself, Phil, and the other 140 people have been slaving hard over for the duration of 2014 and some of last year as well. You could see in there was some great characters, characters like Green Lantern, who's just a bit out there, and as well what we're doing with the open world. Because we're going beyond Gotham, we're going out to the Lantern worlds of Akara, Ismalt, Nock, and we're really going big on this game. You know, it's a real sort of move forward for the Lego Batman, and we're really excited about you all getting to play the game. As well as that, I hope you all saw the London bus. You can't have the moon and not have a London bus, right? We've all seen that. And there's a load of other crazy stuff in there, but it's really just a little taste of what's in this game. The game is huge. And as I've said, for those that will have seen myself and Phil talking about the game is way bigger than it was actually meant to be. And during the course of development, we kind of got a little bit carried away. And it got bigger and bigger. The roster got bigger and bigger. And there's just so much content in there. And we've got the 1989 Batmobile in there. It's like, other than the 60s Batmobile, it's my favorite. And we've got the 60s Batmobile as well anyway. So, I'll stop talking. You want to see some new gameplay? Yeah? So, what we're going to do, and you'll see here, you won't see that menu when you actually get to the game. But we're going to drop into a level that we haven't shown yet. Now, in the story, just to bring it into context, I have to talk quick before this loads, Brainiac has partially shrunk the Earth, and in particular, Paris, London, and pizza. So, we're going to drop into Paris initially.
Where shall we land? Gotham City, I guess.
Man, what if I hit something?
You no need to scare, Robot Man. Bundy, believe me. I hope Superman is all right. I'm so worried about him.
I'm sure he's fine. That lovely Batman will save him.
Never thought I'd say this, but I liked you guys better before.
What?
What happened?
I had to save you again.
You mean after I saved the Earth?
Whatever. Let's go.
Wait, the Eiffel Tower doesn't look quite right.
It's fine. Come on.
There, that's better.
I said I think we should go.
You deprived me of your world. Now, I will have to be content with your cities.
So, just to put this into perspective, this is level 7 still. And you'll see here, this is obviously Paris. This is a very short Paris. We're partway through shrinking the Earth when something in the story that you do disturbs him. And so, prior to this, a whole lot of crazy action. Superman was falling to Earth, Batman and Wonder Woman jumped out, and anyway, we get to this point. Now we're in free play, so you can see here, we've got the character grid. So what we're going to do is, Phil's going to drop in as our lovable Batman, and just quickly bring those of you that may not be aware up to one of the major advancements of LEGO Batman 3. We have suits. So prior, anyone that played LEGO Batman 1 and 2, you'll know we had the suit signals, and you had to go around, find the suit signals, build the suit signals, change suits, flip-flop between Batman and Robin. This time round, you've got all the suits all together at any one time. So you can bring up this suit wheel, and you can pick the power suit, or the space suit, or the scuba suit, or any or sonar suit, any of Batman's suits, or Robin, or Lex, or Joker, or Cyborg, and as well as that, you can look through these suits. So at any time, you don't have to bring the wheel, you can quickly, with one touch of a button, go through the suits. It makes for a far simpler, far more enjoyable experience. Now, as well as Batman having it, like I say, Lex has got it, and Joker's got it, so if we go to Lex, one of Lex's cool suits is he has a decoy suit. And at any point in time, he can actually bring in some extra Lex bots to help. So that's fun. And he can just morph in some extra goons who will help you. And as well as that, he's got an invisibility suit. He's got, actually, can you go to his Big Fix suit? He's got a really cool suit that lets him go into a giant power suit. But again, it's all at the touch of a button. It's all very quick, it's all very and you'll unlock these as you go through. This game isn't just about the Batman and Robin experience. Very early in the game, Batman and Robin team up with the Justice League. Straight away after that, we team up with the Legion of Doom, who Joker, Grundy and Croc and Cheetah and Firefly and all those other guys. And we set off on the rest of the game, teaming up heroes and villains in great little combos, which makes for such an enjoyable game because every single section, every single level is new and exciting. What we'll do is we'll have a look at some of the other characters. Can you go to Wonder Woman, actually? So, for those of you that aren't aware, later on today, we'll be doing a panel with the lovely Laura Bailey, who plays our Wonder Woman, as well as Travis, Superman. But if you fly around as Wonder Woman, obviously my voice is overcoming it, but you get the 70s Wonder Woman theme, which is great. You get the Superman theme if you fly around as Superman. And these are all little touches that we put in there that are fun, quirky things. There are some new characters. Does everyone follow Lego Batman game on social media? Does anyone follow? Afterwards, after the panel, get your phones, go on Twitter or Instagram if you do. Follow Lego Batman game because there is a daily character reveal between now and release. All the latest news and information and everything cool about the game is revealed on social media. So characters like Plastic Man, who is the game pre-order exclusive, they get revealed and all the information about them first via our social media channels. But Plastic Man is a great character, jumping around, transforming into a plane. He transforms into a space hopper. Everyone have a space hopper when they were a kid? I had a space hopper. I was absolutely rubbish at it and ended up falling and getting a very, very heavy nosebleed, and I never rode on it again. But these characters are all great and exciting and unique. Does anybody know who Giganta is? About 4 or 5 people. More of you should know who Giganta is. She's awesome. So we revealed her the other day on social media. And a lot of people contacted Phil and myself last night on Twitter asking if they could see her in action. So this is what Giganta does in the game. And then you can basically march around, smashing the place up. So if we get some goons in here as well, if we go near the front, then we should get a few of Brainiac's goons in. She's just great fun. You just smash goons up. But this is what this character is known for. And so throughout the game, every character that we've put in this game, we've put in their powers, their abilities, their VO in many cases, and it's all to make the game a very authentic experience. So someone like, for those that haven't seen obviously this, Clark Kent at any time in Lego Batman 3 can transform into Superman. And out he pops. And that again is something we've never done, something we've always wanted to do. Can you just go to Adam West Batman? So obviously Batman, the New 52, the story Batman has all of his cool gadgets and suits. Poor old Adam West doesn't have all of his suits, but he has all of the abilities. So, for example, he's got his stealth suit, where Batman would go invisible. Adam West goes invisible behind his cape. Where Batman has the power suit to be able to fire bombs, 60s Batman throws a bomb. And so, throughout the whole thing, we've tried to make it authentic. You'll see when Phil punches him, you get the stings, the pows, the bounds. You also get the show, you get that throughout the game. This is as authentic as it can be, and all of our time and effort from Phil, myself, and the entire team has gone into creating this level of authenticity. So if we go a couple along to Beast Boy, and again, people on the internet, I know we've shown you Beast Boy, but people in the room here haven't seen him. So, Beast Boy, we all know, or I know, and a few of you will know, he has the ability to transform. So if you double jump as Beast Boy, he will just seamlessly change into a parrot. If you attack as Beast Boy, you'll see that he has parrot wings and a shark head, all depending on what his attacks are. He can transform into a giant gorilla. When we get further through this level, you'll see he can jump in the water and he'll transform into a shark. And this is all for one character out of over 150. And this is testament really to the animators and the character creators. Can we go to Frankenstein? Frankenstein is again one of my favourite characters. That is such a cool character. And obviously big Lego figures, they're completely new for Lego Batman 3. This guy is immense, and he's probably one of my favourite characters to play as. My favourite. But he's such a cool character. And all of these characters are here really for you to find and uncover and explore and see what they do, all the different cool mechanics. Who else do we have people asking us to see, Phil? Can you remember?
There was a lot of love for Red Hood.
Okay, so yeah, Red Hood. A big shout to you, Ben. I'm sure you're watching. So Red Hood, again, is a fan favourite. And we only revealed Red Hood a couple of days ago, didn't we? A great character. But he's a great character like all of these, like the Grey Ghost. Can we go to the Grey Ghost? These 3 and a couple up. Does anyone know who the Grey Ghost is? A couple of you. Cool. Okay. So he's our 3rd Adam West in this game. So we have Adam West, we've got the Grey Ghost, who was played by Adam West, and then Adam West's Batman. You can't not have the Grey Ghost in this game. And again, it's just cool, fun, exciting stuff. You know, Lego Batman 2, we've got over 3 times as many characters as we had in our previous Lego Batman game. That's the level of depth that we've gone to. Just go to Jeff Johns, just 3. So, do you all know who Jeff Johns is? Yeah? CEO of DC Comics. We put Jeff Johns in the game. And it was a story I told at New York Comic Con the other week. I asked him what powers he wanted. Now, initially, me and the guys in the office gave him all the Red Lantern powers because he created the Red Lanterns. We got the shout back from Jeff saying, you know what, actually, I don't want to be Red Lantern. What I want is, I want Captain Cold's gun. So we gave him Captain Cold's gun. I want to be able to fly. It's like, okay, we'll make you fly. He wanted detective senses because as the head of DC Comics, he knows everything. So he can uncover all the hidden secrets, which is what that detective mode is. And he wanted to be able to do lantern constructs. So he can do lantern constructs. And that is just, again, one of all of these cool, crazy characters. You know, we have tried to make sure we've left no stone unturned. So, does anyone want to see a new character that nobody's seen before? Okay. A couple of people over there. You guys over there didn't want to see anything. It was very quiet over there. So, what we'll do first is, if we go... where are we? If you go 2 left and 1 up. So, first seen back in 1947 in the comics, I believe. Black Canaries in the game. Now, that actually makes, there's 2 Black Canary versions because, did any of you see that we've announced an Arrow DLC pack? So, voiced by Stephen Amell, featuring Lego Diggle, which is obviously great, and a load of other characters going back to the island, but this is classic comic book Black Canary, who we haven't revealed, but we have now. And again, she has the powers you'd expect. So she can scream to make goons like explode. She can smash sonar Lego. And again, it's another great female character. The game is full of brilliant female characters. So should we go and find another one, which I guess we kind of gave away when Jeff Johns had Captain Cold's gun, maybe. So again, another brilliant character for Lego Batman. Leonard Snart, I think he's actually called, aka Captain Cold, which kind of goes hand in hand with a character that we revealed last night, which was Mr. Freeze. We've got classic Mr. Freeze in the game as well. But Captain Cold is another brilliant character who is just so much fun. Going round using his cold gun, but his cold gun actually allows him to go past things that other characters can't. So he can put fires out, he can cool things down, he can freeze water, he can freeze enemies. And he's just a whole lot of fun. And obviously, when you take his parts into the customizer, you can make your own superhero or supervillain with Captain Cold's pieces. So there's one other character that we'll reveal, and we've had loads of people asking for this guy. Reverse Flash, aka Professor Zoom. Obviously one of Barry Allen's, well, I guess Barry Allen's main villain. Reverse Flash is excellent. He obviously has all the same powers as Flash. However, rather than making him an exact duplicate, you'll see that some of his animations, some of his moves are slightly different to Flash, which kind of give him that evil persona. That's what we're looking for with Reverse Flash. So these are 3 characters out of, like I say, over 150 characters. Do you want to just go through the Eiffel Tower, Phil, if you can? Just keep going through. And you'll see, just look at this level. This is all Lego, this level. Obviously, this is because the Earth has been shrunk. We wanted to give the illusion and the impression that the characters are in this shrunken state. But throughout the game, whether it's in the early levels or when you go to space and you're rotating around in anti-gravity, or whether you're on the Lantern Worlds or on the free roam planet, every level is different and unique and has a different flavour and a different sort of colour palette. Everything is so exciting and so new. And you'll see here, Brainiac's in the background. During the story, there's all kinds of VO going on here, all kinds of crazy stuff. With Brainiac. Brainiac's not happy, basically. You'll see when you play it. And you see there, when you get shrunk down, Brainiac's just throwing shrink rays at you. It's just part of the course, basically. But this level is probably one of my favourites, because we get to go to a shrunken Paris and a shrunken London, and we go to Italy, and it's brilliant. It's so much fun to just go and explore these different areas within the context of the game. And you'll see, as Phil's playing here, it's all very quick and slick and seamless. Obviously the detective mode here on the top is hidden Lego, which you can then interact with. So in this case, it's a grapple to pull this enlarged sign down. We've got Shazam here as well. I don't know, for those that are familiar with Shazam, at any point in time, Shazam can shout Shazam, and he'd change into Billy Batson. And then, as Billy Batson, if you're fed up running around as Billy Batson, at any point in time, you can shout Shazam, and he'll turn back to Shazam, which is cool. But again, it's just one of a number of characters. Can you load Detective Chimp up? So, for those that know, assistant game director Stephen Sharples, he can't be here today, unfortunately, which in New York we've got a Daniel Sharples shout out. But Detective Chimp is one of, in fact, he's Stephen's favourite character for the game. And again, it's just a cool, quirky character. He's just so much fun running around, enjoying himself, really, as a chimp. It might be worth going to some of the quirky ones. So, who else have we got in here that we can oh, here we go. So, does everyone know the story of Green Lantern? People on the internet will know, because I've told this one before. So, Green Lantern is actually Duck Dodgers. So, and Duck Dodgers went to the dry cleaners, and rather than his own outfit, he accidentally picked up Hal Jordan's outfit. So he put the outfit on, and with Hal Jordan's outfit and powering, he became the Green Lantern. And you'll see the Green Lantern throughout the game, because he's actually your resident tourist guide to the planets of the Lantern Worlds. And he's also voiced, for those that know, by Joe Aleski, who is obviously the voice of Daffy Duck, Duck Dodgers, and many, many others. He's a great, great voice actor, as they all are in this game. But these characters are just so much fun. They are I don't know if you're going to be able to get to London on time, are you? But you'll see here, you know, we've got the big figures, I say, ironically. So someone like Atrocitus, for those that don't know, obviously he's from Ismol, the Rage Planet. You encounter him in the story, but even he has unique moves, unique animations, and he's just so much fun to play. What we're going to do is, this is going to go through to the second section of this level, which is actually London, so you'll still be able to see that. But rather than me waffling on forever and a day, we're going to open the floor, and Dan's going to do a Q&A. So for those of you that have got questions, Phil and I will answer every question we possibly can. And then after the Q&A session, if you haven't noticed me running off with Batman, I'm going to have to give Batman away. So we'll call it a wrap there, but we'll keep something in the background for you to look at, and we'll take your questions, I guess.
Brilliant. So if anyone's got any questions, I'm going to wander into the crowd. Here we go. I'm going to start over here. Hi.
Thank you. For those who aren't so familiar with all the depths of all the characters that you've got in this game, you know, Justice League and all the ones that you're introducing here, is there content in the game that helps us understand those characters? Have you put any biogs or backstory, you know, even just text telling us about them?
Yeah, so throughout the game, because, yeah, some people won't necessarily know who Music Meister is, for example. The story starts with Batman and Robin. Everyone knows Batman and Robin. And as we introduce characters, we actually have dialogue in the game that gives a little bit of background. And we also have stuff in the game that points out and gives little clues and tips to these characters. Because it's kind of our duty, myself, Phil and the team, we're kind of introducing people to these characters. So someone might not know who Batmite is, for example. So when Batmite first turns up, he actually introduces himself, tells you who he is, and then you know who he is and how he's going to help you in the game. So yeah, we do try to do that.
You know some of the other characters, you know imports from the Flash family, and Blue Beetle, will any of them kind of be in that?
Well, we've actually got, can you go to Blue Beetle?
Yeah, sure.
You said Blue Beetle? Yeah. So this is one of our favourite things, is when people say, oh, have you got this character? We've already announced Blue Beetle, so that's cool. So yeah, we've got Blue Beetle, who's, again, such a cool character. Now, I didn't actually, I'll be honest with you, I didn't actually know who Blue Beetle was when we started development of the game, so I had to do my research. So it was a really, really difficult period of time, going and reading comics, watching cartoons, but I fought through that, and myself and the team, you know, we managed to read a few more comics. But yeah, as much as possible, we are trying to get as many characters as we can in here. So yeah, so he's in there, but I can't say anything about the other ones.
Right over the side, no Arthur. Other side.
So how challenging was it to come up with a new storyline for Lego Batman because of how much you've done already in the other two games?
It's really interestingly, we knew we wanted to carry on the story. So at the end of Lego Batman 2, this is spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it, we did actually tease Brainiac. So we knew we wanted to bring him in. So this is something we've kind of been toying around with for a little while now, and just saying, right, we know we want to go into this much broader universe, we want to introduce these new characters, we want to kind of show this much wider DC content. And then where does our story go from that? So Batman 1 with Batman Heroes and Villains, 2 we introduced Superman and the Justice League. This is where we then dig into not only those characters, but heroes and villains, and then the wider spectrum. So from a story perspective, it's just this massive playground. We get to kind of look around in, go, right, let's add these characters, let's go to Oa, let's go to Odin, let's really kind of dig around this much broader universe. And the way that we can do the story as well means that we really get to show some different versions of these characters. So from a story perspective, we've kind of been playing around with it for a little while, knew where we wanted to go, and then now it's just a case of trying to cram all of that into one game. So.
And just as a point as well, there's a great bit in the story where Lex Luthor's disguised as Wonder Woman. Very funny.
Right. Here we go, question.
Hiya. My friend said he costume king, and he tweeted this morning saying if the Condiment King was going to be in there. So if he's right, we'd love to see it. The Condiment King. Michael, stand up. Condiment.
Condiment King. Yeah, Condiment King.
So yeah, Condiment King. Again, one of the more obscure characters. He has a ketchup gun and a mustard gun. We can't make a game of Traveller's Tales without... Was that a hot dog special move?
Hot dog.
Okay, so I'm the game director on this game. I've never seen that move. Animators, watching you. But he's a great character. You can't... You know, what other game could you have Music Meister and Condiment King in a shrunken London with a giant telephone box? With Buckingham Palace in the background. It's Lego Batman 3.
Brilliant. Get over in the front.
Transition brilliant. I was just wondering, out of all 3 games, including this one, what's been your best moment there for you?
Best moment out of the 3 games?
Yeah.
I think, without a shadow of a doubt, meeting Adam West, right?
Yeah. Getting Adam West in the game was incredible. He was fantastic to kind of be able to work with. He's such a nice guy as well. And then just being able to do the whole 60s content. It's something we've thought about for a little while. We've said, when's the right time? When's it going to fit? When's it going to be something that we think is going to be very cool? And this time around, it was just perfect for us. So doing the whole 60s setup, it's just been brilliant for us.
Yeah, and just, you know, not only that, it was kind of a little bit, I guess, so that we could get to meet them, but, you know, getting Stephen Amell in the game, getting Kevin Smith in the game, getting Conan O'Brien in the game, getting a huge cast of the most talented voice actors like Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham and Troy, and it's epic. But yes, getting 60s Batman in as an entire level, I would say is probably, that was the icing on the cake for the Lego Batman series thus far, I would say.
Yeah, that and Wonder Woman. She's brilliant in this game. She's like, we play around with the character, and she's one of my favourites. So.
Down in the front, here we go.
What are your favourite animal characters and why?
Favourite animal characters and why? Crypto is obviously awesome. He's a super dog. But just because of the backstory, I like Bat Cow. Love it. But yeah, because Bat Cow has no sympathies, it's just a cow. It's just a lady cow that got saved from the slaughterhouse, and I think it's brilliant. But yeah, I you know, myself, Phil, the team, we love the more obscure characters. Gorilla Grodd is a great character because when you do quests for Gorilla Grodd, he's so elegant in the way that he talks, because he talks like an incredibly posh Englishman that got educated at Oxford. And he's just a great character. You don't expect it from a gorilla. And we have a brilliant quest between Gorilla Grodd and Giganta, which is just one of the funniest things ever. And kudos to Dewi for writing that stuff. So it's very, very cool. But yeah, I love all the characters.
Brilliant. Here on your right, Arthur.
Hello, I heard that there's going to be a Rainbow DLC pack. Can you kind of say what's going to be in it? Are you allowed to?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So, just to give you a recap, so the Rainbow DLC pack is a retail exclusive, which gives you Rainbow Batman and a character called Rainbow Raider, who we haven't got here because they're obviously in a DLC, but they're just 2 fabulous characters. Now that's a retail exclusive that will eventually be available to everyone after it's a timed exclusive. But as well as that, for those that weren't aware, the Season Pass DLC includes 6 packs where you get a level, 8 characters, you also get vehicles and achievements, and they're things that we've not taken anything out of this game. It's ram-packed, but it's stuff that we couldn't fit in. Things like Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, things like The Man of Steel, things like the Arrow TV series. So there's an awful lot of extra cool hidden stuff, the Rainbow Pack being one of them.
Right, we've got time for 2 more questions, so I'm going to go to this gentleman here first.
How much involvement did DC Comics have in the production of the game to make sure it went in line with the current DC universe?
DC, obviously, I'm the game director, Phil's the exec producer, so I had a number of meetings with DC like we always have, had a couple of meetings with Jeff Johns where we discussed some of the more crazy stuff, because he was like, I want Arrow, I want to do the Arrow DLC pack, let's do something awesome, let's do this cool stuff. But Phil will tell you, Phil speaks to DC Comics every week, all the time, have a great relationship with not only DC, but also obviously our other partners, Lego and obviously Warner Brothers. But the relationship with DC is, it's so collaborative. I'll speak to Phil and Phil will be like, oh yeah, I was speaking to DC last night, they want to know if we can add X, Y, Z. And I'm thinking, add more?
Yeah, no, they genuinely were fantastic, and it's the fact that we get to include we're not pigeonholed into doing one series or anything like that. We get to do 60s with New 52, with just what our favourites are, and really kind of mix and match. And DC were totally behind it. They were like, yeah, that's brilliant. They would ping suggestions off us, we'd ping suggestions off them, and it's just brilliant to be able to work with great partners. I mean, we're so lucky to be able to work with DC and Lego and say, yeah, let's just play in this ridiculous playground and make our own thing of it.
And the cool thing as well with DC is that because it's a Lego video game, because they trust us, they let us do all kinds of stuff. So we can pick and choose. Like we can have the New 52, we can have the Classic, we can have both. We can have stuff that actually isn't out yet in a Lego video game that people will see. And as well, I don't know if you've seen the 22 Lego comic book cover variants that are coming out, I think, next month. They're amazing. I've already ordered myself a set because I think they're so cool. But it's so much fun working with DC. And how else would, obviously, we get Jeff Johns and Jim Lee as playable in the game. It's brilliant fun.
Right, and the last question, we're going to the young gentleman here.
Is Clayface and the other versions of him in the game?
I can't tell you about characters we haven't announced because someone will slap my wrists. But what I would say to you is, if you, as I say, I don't know if you've got an Instagram account, but for those of you that are on Twitter or Instagram, if you follow Lego Batman Game every day, and Lego Batman UK every day, till launch, there's new characters being revealed. We're also going to announce a couple of new characters at the panel at 2 PM over on the main stage with Laura and Travis. But all the way from now till launch, there's loads of exciting stuff that we're going to reveal for the game. We've only shown people little snippets of this great game, and for Phil and I, we are so proud of this game. And the team that I work with, that Phil works with, have done an amazing job, and we can't wait for people to play it. But just as a recap, so that everyone knows, the game's out on the 14th of November. You can pre-order it now. From Game at the show, either at the Game stand or the Warner Brothers stand where there's a little game pop-up, and you get an exclusive Classic Man minifigure. There's all the DLC, which is awesome, and as well there's the Batman Beyond pack, which is a European PlayStation timed exclusive. But we would hope that if you've liked any of the Lego games and any of the Lego Batman games, this game will just keep you busy for hours, for weeks, for months. It's been an absolute pleasure to work on, having worked on Lego Batman 1 and Lego Batman 2 a bit. I would say, would you not, Phil, that it's probably the best one that we've done?
Yeah.
Out of all of the Lego games.
Yeah, this has had an awful lot of love to it. Massive DC fans in the office, getting to come back and really dig into that world means that it's just turned into something that we're really, really proud of. The entire team's incredibly proud of this game, and we think people are just going to have a huge amount of fun with it. We're just waiting for release date now, and people to actually start playing it. So.
Yeah, so, and if you haven't, and if you get the time, just hop over. There's loads of demo stations, so you can go and have a quick play. And hopefully you'll all be playing it when it comes out on November the 14th. So, thank you very much.
Brilliant. Can I get a round of applause for Raffle, please? And of course, Lego Batman 3. But wait, That's not all.
I thought I was going to get away with that then.
I'm going to try and take it myself. Right, so let me mix these up a little bit. And I'm going to bring it over to you. Arthur, do you want the honours?
No. Phil can do the honours so that I don't get all of these people.
So if you look away and pick one.
Make sure it's my one, Phil.
214. Do we have a 214? Oh, there we go, right at the back. Give a round of applause for the gentleman. Brilliant. If you'd like to come up on stage and Arthur will present you with your prize. I will take your ticket off you. Thank you. Marvellous. There you go, look at that. That's one hell of a prize.
Thank you very much.
Marvellous. Congratulations. Thank you very much for coming. Arthur, Phil, Travis and Laura are going to be on the main stage at 2 p.m. We're here all day. We're playing Sunset Overdrive next. We've got DC Douglas, Resident Evil HD, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, and more. Loads of voice actors too. So please do come back. Thank you very much.